Have you ever spotted a lizard crawling on your wall and felt a strange discomfort in your heart? What if it's more than just a harmless creature? In Islam, even the smallest beings can carry powerful meanings, and the presence of a lizard in your home might be far more spiritual than you think. Many Muslims don't know that the Prophet Muhammad, Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam, spoke specifically about the lizard, not just as an animal, but as a symbol tied to an important moment in Islamic history. Why did he command its killing? What does its sudden appearance reveal about your home, your energy, and your spiritual state? This video will uncover the deep Islamic wisdom behind the lizard, based on authentic hadith and spiritual reflection. Stay with us as we explore what this creature might be silently trying to tell you and how to respond in the light of faith. 1. Lizard in Islamic tradition. Wazagh. In Islamic tradition, animals are not merely part of the physical world. They carry deeper symbolic meanings and at times even moral or spiritual lessons. Among them is the lizard, specifically referred to in Arabic as wazagh. This particular creature holds a unique place in Islamic teachings, not because of its beauty or behavior in nature, but due to a specific event in the life of one of the greatest prophets, Ibrahim alayhi salam. According to authentic hadiths found in Sahih Muslim and other collections, when Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was thrown into the fire by his people, a lizard came and blew on the flames to intensify the fire. This seemingly small act was enough to earn the creature a lasting place in Islamic tradition. Due to its support of oppression and injustice, the Prophet Muhammad, Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam, recommended killing the lizard when it is found, and even mentioned a reward for doing so. What makes this narration profound is the way it highlights how even the smallest of actions, from even the smallest of creatures, are recorded and carry weight in the eyes of Allah. The lizard, though insignificant in size, became a symbol of siding with evil, not through words or planning, but through a silent action. This hadith teaches Muslims that intentions and allegiances matter, even if expressed in subtle ways. The Prophet's Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam instruction wasn't based on superstition, but rooted in a moral lesson. Creatures that actively support harm are not to be tolerated in one's environment. So, when a lizard appears in the home, it's not just a physical presence. It carries with it a historical and spiritual context that reminds believers to remain conscious of their surroundings and always seek purity in both physical and spiritual space. 2. Symbol of hidden evil or harm. In Islamic understanding, certain creatures can symbolize deeper spiritual realities. The lizard, especially when it appears suddenly or frequently in a household, is often associated with hidden harm or unseen negative forces. While Islam does not endorse superstition, it encourages reflection on one's surroundings, especially when a creature with a known negative background in hadith keeps appearing. The lizard's quiet, sneaky nature, often hiding in dark corners, creeping silently, and watching without being noticed, makes it a symbol of what is hidden and harmful. It moves silently, yet can spread fear or discomfort when seen, much like how unseen spiritual disturbances can exist in a home, invisible but deeply felt. Some scholars and spiritual thinkers interpret the lizard's presence as a reminder that there may be jealousy, evil eye, ayn, or even sihr, black magic, affecting the environment. Its sudden appearance may not always be a coincidence. Rather, it might serve as a sign from Allah to prompt the believer to take spiritual precautions and assess the purity of their home, both physically and spiritually. The idea is not to fear the creature itself, but to understand what it may spiritually represent. secret enemies, gossip behind your back, envy, or negative energy lingering in your surroundings. It's a call to self-examination. Are there people in your life who appear friendly but may be causing harm? Have you become spiritually lax in your home? Ultimately, the lizard becomes a silent messenger, not of superstition, but of awareness. Islam teaches us to be alert, both in dunya and deen, and the presence of such a creature could be Allah's gentle nudge to cleanse your space with prayer, remembrance, and trust in Him alone. 3. A wake-up call for dhikr and protection. In Islam, every unusual occurrence in our lives can serve as a reminder from Allah, nudging us toward reflection and spiritual awakening. The sudden appearance of a lizard in one's home, especially after understanding its deeper symbolism, may act as a wake-up call, a subtle invitation to reconnect with the remembrance of Allah, dhikr, and to spiritually protect your space. Our homes are not only physical shelters, but also spiritual environments. When we neglect regular acts of worship, dhikr, and Qur'an recitation, a spiritual void is created, a space where negative energies can settle. Creatures like lizards, which are tied in Hadith to harmful actions, may appear as signs to alert us that something isn't right. It's a signal to examine whether the house has become a place of heedlessness or unguarded from unseen harm. Islam offers powerful tools of protection, and among the most effective are Ayat al Kursi, Surah al-Baqarah, 2255, and the Mu'awwidatayn, Surah al-Falaq, and Surah an-Nas. Reciting these verses regularly, especially in the morning and evening, creates a shield around the believer and their home. The Prophet, Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam, emphasized these practices not as rituals, but as acts of powerful spiritual defense. Additionally, maintaining a home where adhan is called, where Qur'an is recited, and where sins are avoided invites angels and repels harmful forces. If a lizard's presence causes concern, let that concern lead you to action, not fear, but faith. Rather than viewing the creature as bad luck, the believer sees it as a divine reminder. Protect yourself, turn back to Allah, and fill your home with light. Every sign is a mercy if it brings us closer to remembrance and reliance on our Creator. 4. Not a superstition. A reflection. Islam is a religion rooted in reason, reflection, and revelation, not superstition. While many cultures associate animals like lizards with omens or curses, Islam guides us to look beyond fear-based thinking and instead approach such signs with wisdom and awareness. When a lizard appears in your home, it should not lead to panic or baseless assumptions. Instead, it becomes an opportunity to reflect on the spiritual health of your space and your connection with Allah. Superstition often promotes irrational fear, suggesting that harm will come simply because of the presence of a creature. Islam, however, teaches tawakkul, trust in Allah. No harm can touch a believer without Allah's will. Therefore, the appearance of a lizard should not be seen as an automatic curse or doom, but as a gentle spiritual reminder, a chance to ask, is there something I need to correct or strengthen in my life or home? The Prophet Muhammad, Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam, never encouraged fear of creatures. Instead, he encouraged action, prayer, and protection through dhikr. If a lizard appears, perhaps Allah is reminding you to read Qur'an more in your home, guard your prayers, or clean your environment of sinful habits or harmful company. These reflections are not superstition. They're guided awareness, rooted in the teachings of Islam. Believers are encouraged to be spiritually alert, not spiritually anxious. It's not about blaming animals for problems, but about understanding when Allah may be sending subtle signs for our benefit. Just as illness can be a sign to take care of the body, the presence of a certain creature might be a sign to care for the soul. In Islam, even a lizard can become a mirror, reflecting back what needs attention in our hearts and homes. The next time you see a lizard in your home, don't ignore it. Reflect on its deeper meaning. In Islam, even the smallest signs can be reminders from Allah to protect our homes, purify our hearts, and stay connected to Him. May Allah keep your home filled with light, safety, and barakah. If this video brought you clarity, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Sacred Deen for more powerful Islamic insights. Comment below. Ya Allah, protect my home from harm and fill it with your mercy. Jazakallah khair for watching.